Hey everyone. Uh, Not too long since I've done my last review, which has been pretty good. There's actually a ton of movies that are coming out. Last review I did was for the Fantastic Beasts. So if you haven't seen that, it's up on our YouTube, which is at Geek Out. Also check out our lovely Twitter, as you can see here, underscore Geek Out Podcast, and then also our Facebook Geek Out Podcast. So thank you all for watching. So this week I'm actually going to have two reviews. This review is going to be on Creed 2. So there is going to be podcast versions. So for those of you listening to the podcast, you won't be able to see this, but I usually post, to show my ticket stub that I actually went to the movie, and I like collecting them. So definitely very cool. So let's get right into it. So Creed 2. I saw this with my wife, my sister-in-law, and her boyfriend. This movie was awesome. If you're a fan of the Rocky movies themselves, and you haven't seen the first Creed, I would highly recommend go seeing it, just to know the characters a bit more. But if you're just a boxing or Rocky, Balboa fan in general, you are gonna love this film. So the story takes place right after the first Creed, where Creed, Adonis Creed, which is played by Michael B. Jordan. Awesome actor. I mean, this guy has been absolutely flying by in the last year or so in regards to roles, lead roles, protagonist, and antagonist. And he's not shy here. He definitely shows a lot of motion, a lot of what I feel like a lot of boxers these days come off as, very arrogant, but, have a lot of pride, very proudful fighters. But the fighting in here is just awesome. So the story takes off pretty fast, with him trying to go ahead and claim the title as world champion already, right off the bat. And as soon as this happens, there's a lot of glory, a lot of defeat, and a lot of the character wanting more, which I thought was very, very good. I was a little scared of how fast they started the story, just because some of the big characters already just came out. Like, there was no hiding it. Usually in the Balboa, Rocky type series, they started off, with something, and then afterwards there's a huge fight at the end. And this one, the huge fight just starts. So it's just kind of it's very interesting on how they went about, going about this. But the best part about this movie is they reintroduce some characters from Rocky's past, Drago. So the Dragos family is now involved in really trying to bring back their honor. So the son of Drago is now like the big heavyweight, Russian style dude. And this dude is massive, like absolutely massive. And he's just knocking out people left and right. So Creed thinks his best way to show that he is the champion is to take this guy on. And then the story follows to there. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, but the movie definitely takes off fast. And I love the pace of the story. I was a little afraid at first, but afterwards it does slow down in the middle, but then it kicks right back up into gear. The two main characters definitely is, Michael B. Jordan's character, which is Creed, Adonis Creed. Again, awesome job. From beginning to end, the character is likable. You cheer for him to the very end, and it is just a very manageable character. You can understand the feelings, what has you. Sometimes you get a little upset because you're like, come on, man, stop being so prideful. But then at the end, you're like, man, he kept to it. He didn't let down. He didn't let go. So it's a very great character. Sylvester Stallone, okay? Sylvester Stallone has been playing this particular character, Rocky Balboa, forever. It is his character. It is his to own and to love. And he does not fall shy. I was a little worried of how they portrayed him at the beginning of the film, but as soon as it kicks into the climax and then how it does as a finisher, I mean, there was even a scene towards the end that it just shows like a tribute to the character Rocky Balboa, and I just feel Sylvester Stallone is just awesome. I love his work, and I love his character Rocky, and here it is so powerful. I thought in Creed it was powerful, but man, in this one it just shows up like tenfold. So very great story and character development overall. The guy who plays Drago's son, which I think is Big Nasty. Yeah, Big Nasty is known, but actual name is Florian Monteno. Sorry if I messed it up. This dude is huge, okay? But his character as Draco's son, is actually very likable. There actually is a part in the movie where, you actually, feel like you got to cheer him on because of what it means to him as well and the family, and, going back to the honor story, as far as being proudful and pride. So I just love how they develop the characters in this, especially since it is a longer movie, but the story does have a very, very good pace, like very, very good pace. The music, oh man. So the music in this is absolutely phenomenal. So it goes from anywhere to modern, rap, hip hop, jazz, and then it goes into some old school, Rocky Balboa style fighting. That very, it lifts you up kind of, especially with the training. I mean, everybody who has ever watched a Rocky movie knows that there's that one part where is the intense training that you see them and they struggle and they try to go through. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. While I'm talking about this, I'm actually going to see if I can bring up some music here for you guys, so that way you guys can, kind of hear exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it is just awesome on how it goes through. So I mean, this is more of the modern take that you'll be hearing right now.
This here is all about my way.